live? I think we're live. I don't see my screen. All right, we're live. What's going on, folks? Chris here, Better Investing. Today is December the 2nd, 2025. 25. Just quickly, let's go through the market real fast. I'm not going to go through my entire watch list, but we can go ahead and start with SPY here. See how this works out. All right, so SPY again, it's crazy because the market does not feel like we're at all-time highs, but we are near all-time highs. I mean, some people probably didn't don't like this look, but I mean, this is good look for us to get back to all-time highs. I mean, we're barely off it, folks. Like we're not too far from all-time highs. Um, we're less than 1.5%, 1.25% to be more precise here. And after this holiday move up, to see a little sideways action is pretty healthy. They kind of let these moving averages, catch up, for that next leg higher. Looking at Bitcoin, what a change of directions, right? That pretty much this is setting up a sequence of a higher low on the daily, and as we broke here. So really, the area to defend is this 83.7 location, really. And besides that, I mean, there isn't to see this is actually good. One thing I said yesterday was that getting down into like if this is going to flag and continue to break down, I wouldn't be too. I wouldn't be. I would be a little concerned to see if Bitcoin is starting to break down. I just feel like people look at Bitcoin as a risk on type of basket. They kind of look at that move um, to say to herself like, well, what does the market believe or what does the market think? And to see this kind of get brought up today and how quickly it kind of bounced, it's pretty good actually. All right, let's keep it going. Let's go look at QQQ real fast. Looking at QQQ again. Not the type of, it's still continuing to ride a little higher. I would rather kind of trade within here, but it did show some relative strength in the morning. We did fill this gap, so I can go ahead and move this bear gap, right? We done filled that, came back and filled that. Do we have a situation where this is presenting, you got your high here or so? Let's do this. Let's turn off magnets, right? Do we have a sequence? I don't know why I'm using this one, but like maybe that's your high, right? Lower high. Is this the sequence? Well, I don't know. I don't know. Like, do we break this, right? Really, like, do we want to see us defend here? Yes, but if not, I mean, we have a lot of levels underneath where we can get potentially, brought back up at the top of this range here, 610, 611 or whatever. But it was good to kind of see, this kind of move higher, definitely in the morning session. Take this back off. I did kind of notice that in the morning, like this thing looked pretty good in the morning. It kind of broke through. Yeah, it broke back down, nasty, but not too bad, right? Not too bad of a look here. Trend is still intact since this bottom. But it just doesn't feel like that when you look at a lot of stocks, I would say. Um, overall. Go look at where's IWM. Go take a look at IWM. Here's IWM real fast. What did IWM do? No, again, it's not bad to kind of see this digestion after this move from last week. The volume's been shitty. Someone pointed that out. The volume has been shitty as hell. What's up, my boy? You see an ABC correction on BTC for another rally past all-time high. It looks good. I actually bought some Bitcoin in my Coinbase like 2 Saturdays ago, or wherever Saturday was like 83 or 84,000. I bought some Bitcoin, or should I say Satoshis? Because I definitely didn't buy a whole Bitcoin, but I did buy I bought some Bitcoin that day. I think it was a good area, down 30%. I did buy some. But yeah, I don't know, but ABC is like is that like Wickenhoff or some shit? I don't trade that, but yeah, I mean this is not bad, right? I mean honestly, we're just trading within this candle range from last Wednesday, right? And a lot of people are like, oh man, it depends on where you got long at if you're mad or not. Um, oh, Elliott wave. Okay, okay. Yeah, I haven't used Elliott wave before. I don't even know how to use it honestly. But yeah, I mean this pullback doesn't look too bad. Five ways up, then an ABC pullback. Yeah, I gotta look into that. I never traded that. But yeah, keep it going. Shit, I'm already long, so keep it going. I don't give a fuck. The one thing I know some people were playing this MSTR for a bounce, um, which is good, right? I mean, this did bounce today, but I just have a problem kind of playing a gap up. You kind of got some nasty action towards the end of the day. Kind of sold off a little bit. I don't know. I mean, this is more of a bounce trade type of thing. It's not really something like I want to get long. It's not a company that I think has a fundamental thesis that I want to get long. Damn, what the fuck happened to Symbolic? This was nasty. Was there news on this? What came out on this? Are there some people that's taking? Okay, so Goldman Sachs maintained their price target for 47. Interesting. Shit, yeah, this thing got smoked. I think you were talking about this one, like you bought. This is one of the ones like I. It's hard to think like if you long here, cool, but like to get long anywhere up here, it's very challenging. Um, because like again, it's like where does it invalidate for you at? Not just thinking about the arbitrage price, or P&L, but like technically where does it invalidate? It is to see it nice that it held the 50, but like now you got this nasty fucking damn near 15 $17 range candle that it can trade sideways into the rest of the year, and it's one of those. Yeah, I don't want to look at that. All right, so I did play Tesla I'm so mad about Tesla because I had got short Tesla at 433. I got nice pills off into 430, about $3, and then I took the other half off around like 431. And someone mentioned that the 30-minute was a higher low, and I never even checked that. I just like, oh, we're putting in a higher low. All right, let me tighten up. And then we pierced VWAP. I was like, all right, I just stopped out on the rest of it, move on. But really, like, I don't consider this a higher low until we take out this fucking candle. That's where the higher low confirms for me. Like, yeah, this is the higher low right here, right? Or you want to say this is your higher low, but it has to break that candle's high. And I don't even know if this wick is real. I believe it's real. But I got short somewhere around 433 on this, and really, it was just really easy to see. Again, I talk about blow off candles. Right, you had this blow off candle. Rivian, fundamentally, I'll talk about Rivian in a second. But like you can see here, like look at the volume that came in right here at 1010. Like your short opportunity is right here at 434.23. Like that's your short opportunity. You can use that candle's high where you can say it technically invalidates, or back up here, but you're think about how much you're risking. I got on at 433 and got a nice move down. And then I took it off right here, and I was thinking of this sequence here that we are putting in a higher low. But really, it has to take out this candle range almost to kind of commence that higher low. And I took it off, and it fucking sold all the way down to 420 something. And I was kind of pissed about it because the level that it sold down to, it kind of stopped right here at the EMA 20. Right here at the EMA 20. You kind of see it kind of held here. Right? Came back into it and put in a higher low, right? If you can identify that, you can get long anywhere up here with a stop here. And you're risking about $1 to capture a move like that. But I mean, like a move similar to that. But the thing I was talking about on Tesla, and the reason why I've been getting short up in this 433 location, I was long short. Like Chris, you're all over the place. Yeah. I have a thesis to my madness. Now that I clearly see something, and I'm willing to trade against it if it gives me a good defined risk opportunity. But the thing that I'm really liking on this is that I like to see this. Right, I kind of got short all up in here. 430. I got short yesterday, around 430. I want to say I talked about shorting it on Friday, somewhere around this 430. Right up in here into this 50-day. But this is nice to see. Right, it kind of pulled back into the EMA. It looks like damn near the 20. That's what it's looking like here. But I don't recall it piercing touching the 20. So let's go back real fast. It does not touch the 20. Oh, it does touch. It did touch the 20. It did touch the 20 here. It kind of touched the 9 in the 20. But I kind of like that. And honestly, I think what you want to do is watch Tesla until the end of the week. Because I was saying this, like, if you get a look like this, like on Tesla, like, say tomorrow it does something like, I don't know, say if it just comes back in, say if it, what's tomorrow? Like, say if it does something like, I don't know, like that, right? And then you get Thursday, you get something like that. Well, boy, coming in fucking Friday, that's gonna look hot coming into Friday for a move through here. And I can tell you now, Tesla likes to move on Fridays, and with zero DTEs coming in, and people buying the 440s and 450 calls that are expiring on Friday, this level right here will blast any of these shorts that are short up in here, and that's where you get that rip higher back into this 440 pocket, right back into here. 440, 450 pocket. I think that's an opportunity. You know, if you want to look short, I can see nothing wrong with that. But for me to think about, getting short again, I will not short it back here again. I will not keep trying to short in this 430 pocket. I think those orders are getting absorbed, and I think it eventually blasts through. Your short now is here at the 422 location. If you want to pierce through here, then you can get short. I'm not thinking short anymore. I mean, it's been living up here, getting soaked up, right up into this 430 spot. I think eventually, again, if we can build out something like that until a Friday, um, I think this is looking good. What's your white EMA? I don't have a white EMA. I think you're probably talking about this pink one here, but this pink one is your 9 EMA. So the pink is my 9, the 20 is my blue, and the purple is my 50. This turquoise one is my 100 day, and wherever the fuck the 200 is green. Um, so yeah, I think I do. I kind of like. I would love for it to. I won't try to short it here. I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I would. I don't know. Maybe it's like 50 cents on 100 shares. But yeah, I mean, I would love something like that. I would love something like that. I would love something like that to build out until a fucking Friday, right? And then Friday comes, and then telling you that would be ideal for me. To take a look at that. You said Rivian. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Rivian, honestly. Fun. I can't get past their fundamentals. But I know a lot of people have been slapping this. A lot of people have been hitting this pretty good, honestly. Me, I'm just not a big fan of Rivian. I played it once. I think around like 1250 or so. When I was fucking around with options, I did not really get a move. It had to be. I'm pretty sure it was probably somewhere around here. Yeah, around 1250. You can sort of see like around here. I probably got longer or something. Um, I can't 100% remember, but I mean I don't know what I don't really see it. I don't know. I don't really see it. I guess this is one of those things where you just can't. You gotta take your eyes off the moving averages because it's just crisscross applesauce. In terms of the moving averages, nothing really clear there for me to um, what I really like. Now, I do like this look here, how all the EMAs are stacked up, but price action has to kind of digest, and you want to see it kind of pull back. I'm not really a big fan of that. The one I do like though is first I'm gonna start off talking about tan. Um, I don't know exactly when we had the FMO decision, the topic come up. But looking at this 10, all right, this never pierced the 100 like QQQ, right? Go look at QQQ real fast, right? You see QQQ pierce the 100-day moving average. Come on, don't get slow. All right, pierce the 100-day moving average, right? We go to SPY, you know, pierce the 100-day moving average. All right, we're getting a little slow here, boys. Right, you see here it pierces the 100-day moving average. Even IWM, right, pierced the 100-day moving average. Right, pierced the 100-day moving average, reclaim. Now you go to 10. This is where I get my relative strength at. This never pierced the 100-day moving average. Um, I don't know if I'm putting too much in it, but it has shown some um, relative strength. Like even from a RS rating perspective, like this ETF is outperforming a lot of stocks, and I kind of like this. This look here, kind of holding the 50. You got the 9 and the 20 sitting right there, and it's kind of flagging a little bit. Like this thing could launch off, but really, it's this FSLR that's really getting my attention for something I think I want to take long, and I think I already drew it out. Hopefully, it pops up. But I do like this 3 bar reversal here. And I would love for an inside day tomorrow and then break this 265.92 location, and then you risk low of day, right? Or you can risk the prior day low, or you can risk the EMA 20, right? Either one of those opportunities gives you, right, a good risk reward back up to these highs, right? If that's your entry and this is your target, well, you're risking what? If say ideal, say if this is low day, right? It's a 3-to-1 risk to reward. It's still a 2.5 risk to reward. Even down here, below here, is damn near 2-to-1 risk to reward. So it's still a good opportunity at whichever one you decide to get in at. But I do kind of like this 3 bar reversal. If it can get brought up tomorrow, right? I would love it inside day, and then it reclaims this area right here. I would buy it over that candle's high with a stop below, this candle here. I did get long CCJ and I got stopped out on it. The CCJ I got long above this candle here. And at the time I put the stop was not, the low was not here, and I put my stop at the low. We did get that move, man. It started to press into this 90, but then it sold off, and I got stopped out. And I got stopped out on Santa. Actually, no, I took profit on some Santa up in here to 430. I had like 300 shares. I bought this last night after market. I like this. I like this structure here. How it pulled back and held the 20 and the 100 day, and then I peeled some off in the 430, and I just left my stop at break even. I got stopped out. But I was hoping for a move through here. I think now it's peeled some off like 420 or something. I got in like, I didn't make much money. I got in like at 412 or something. I didn't get much money out of it, honestly. But yeah, man. That's really. I don't really have a whole bunch. I think this LPTH might have a day 2 continuation. This is LightPath Technology. This is in your telecom fiber optics play. I think this might be a day 2. I'm counting this as the day 1 type of look. I would love for it to be an inside day. Even if it wants to do something like start high and tight all the way up here, if it can be an inside day, I would take it over, prior day high with a stop here, and target back up to $9. You can get about $1 move on this, and you're not even risking less. You're risking less than 25 cents on a move like this, right? So say if that's the how the candle opens up, right? Well, my stop can be right here. I'm risking what, 50 cents? So this would probably not. Well, yeah. You're getting about a 2.5 risk to reward here, right? Where you peel off some and then you target it back up here. This looks good for day 2 for tomorrow, because I'm counting this as a day 1. Let me see if others agree. See what others think. I feel like this is a day 1 move after this inside day, and you got this big move. I don't know. I feel like that's day 1. I may be wrong. Maybe people are counting this as day 1. I don't know. But yeah, I do kind of like that. I'm going to just leave that over there. Set a alert right here. But yeah, besides that, I know people are just talking about Marvel, MRVL. What just happened on Marvel? Marvell Technologies. What we got on this Marvell Technologies? Yo, I drink any water today? Thirsty as hell. hold on. I gotta put something back in this check. FSLR. I don't know why it fucking does that. I'll copy the fucking image and then I open up Discord and I try to paste it in. It'll paste in the old one. You say 1 second, folks. See if my Discord opens up. I don't know why it does that. That's so stupid. Shit pisses me off every time. I'll fucking copy it. I'm gonna hit tech support up. They gotta fix that. Alright, while that loads up, I mean honestly, not much else. I'm really not a lot of stocks. I was talking to people about this yesterday. I was like, I just don't see a lot of great setups right now in the market. Honestly, I mean, looking at I don't know why it does that. Hold on, let me see. All right, is that there? It is. All right, I'm done with that. That is FSLR. It's kind of like the look I like. But yeah, it's pretty much all I see today. Not too interested in a lot of stuff. Um, are these department stores still running? Oh, there go AEL. Look like they had earnings maybe. It's hard for me to get long something like this. Um, anything else out there really? I like. Oh, I was debating between not CCLL. This looks like a fucking turd. But really, this new region. Um, a lot of people say, man, it's down 35%. I don't give a fuck. Go down another 35%. Um, I was looking at this. This looks much cleaner than the Royal Caribbean look. I was wondering, it may take 1 or 2 tries, right? But through today's lows, you risk prior day highs. You're risking about 40 cents for a move back down into 17 or so, right? It's about 2 to 1 risk to reward. Um, right, you buy 200 shares, right? You're risking $80 to capture what 160 bucks, right? Something like that, or more, depending on again. It all depends on your account size, right? How much you're willing to risk. Or maybe we reject up here at the somewhere around this location, right? Somewhere around that EMA. I don't mind a roll above the EMA and then back through. I've taken things like that as well. Um, but that looks better. It looks more constructive than when I look at Royal Caribbean. But this kind of has somewhat of a same look. But I felt like I was challenging myself, kind of putting this little pattern together. And then the problem is that it has a $10 ATR. So like for me to take this, right, it's probably going to absorb most of its range, or at least half of its range here. Right, say if it opens here tomorrow and it gets down to here and break, that's already half of its range. I mean, I still got $5 more or so. But I just want to keep eyes on those two. Um, but yeah, really not much else for me to talk about. I mean, there just isn't that many good stocks out there. I mean, that Apple still looks good. Congrats to people buying Apple. I'm probably going to sell some covered calls on this eventually. We continue to keep ripping up into like 300. Yeah, I might sell like some 400 calls for like way out. I don't know if the 400 calls are available. But I mean, you kind of see how this is like Now this held up really well, right? When the market was taking a shit, right? And when the market reverses, these are the ones that you want to look for breakouts, right? I think we talked about that. But yeah, I mean that's all I got. I don't know if there's anything on the economic calendar that we really want to care about this week. Um, Employment changes, import shit. Thursday, job claims. Okay, job claims. Okay, so we haven't gotten these numbers in a while. So this might be your catalyst on Thursday and Friday. Used car prices. I don't know. Maybe that's what's going to send fucking Tesla. We'll see. Um, Fucking Michigan sentiment or inflate consumer. Is this the sentiment report? I think this is the sentiment report. Really, I want to see. I think it's next week where you have. I think next week is where you have like FMLC or whatever. Um, but yeah, nothing. There's not a lot for me really to talk about outside of that. Um, yeah, not a lot to say. Just taking a look at some things. You know, like look at this Irene minus 15% today. You know, this will happen when you live below the moving averages. All right, look at that short opportunity. Well, no, because it closed here, and then it opened down here. It opened up. It opened below there. So I mean, you couldn't even got short because this opened at 45 and closed here. Then it gapped down. So really, your short is right through here. Now it's just nasty. Anyway, yeah, you see the trend. All right, you see the trend. It's kind of you can play bounces, but those bounces quickly get faded because you're going against this trend here. Right, longer term trend, yeah, right, but you worry about that down here or some shit. I don't know. I think I was looking at Corby. I know it was Circle. Look at NBIS. Like some people are like trying to fucking buy NBIS. I don't say. I feel like there's a lot of forcing going on in the markets right now. Hey, look at that. I mean, it doesn't get much fucking cleaner than that. And you say, well, how do you know to go short there? Oh, it's just, let me take a look. Let me take a look. All right, how do you know to go short here? All right, this is out Thursday's candle. Right, every other market then got above. Um, Hold on. Yeah, every other market then got above that candle. This one hasn't. All right, this is a laggard. You say, oh, how do you know when to get short? Well, just look at it. And for me, honestly, knowing that that's a level right there, it kind of wicking off here. I'll probably get short right here at 41. I mean 81.96 with a stop above that high. Not the best, honestly, not the best. But like right here, if you, I mean, right here as it flags right here and this breaks, now we're right here at 80.91. This is still the way I like to trade. I don't know how. Honestly, I know. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know how I would trade this. It's not. This is a fucking wide candle. What's the? I don't see the range on this candle. 80.93. Oh, it's not bad. About 50 cents. Yeah, about 60 cents a risk for a move back down to here. Yeah, I mean, like this candle right here looks good. Right, rejects that Thursday high. Right, pull back flags, breaks down. Um, that's kind of like how I see it. Kind of looks like this. I'm not gonna make it all pretty, but you can see where I was getting at. All right, bear flagging on the lower time frame. Take it down. All right, straight even right here into the EMA to the EMA 20. Right, nice little flag pattern. Right, tight risk. You're risking 20 cents. That's why I like shares. This is why I kind of went back to trading shares. And that's another bear flag. Right at 12:30. That's the problem is at 12:30, but I mean it's a nice move lower. Right, you in 100 shares right here at 78.85. So if you get in 78.80, you're risking what 30 cents for move back down to here. Either way, it's a good risk to reward just looking at it. But I think the one I was looking at was Circle. That should be under my. Where is that at? Should we get here to Circle? What time is it? 5:18. I gotta get ready to pick the kids up. Alright, look here in Circle. No, that's not Circle. What is this? I'm long this from back at 27. I love my position on this. What was I talking about Circle. Oh yeah. Alright, where is Circle? Where is Circle? Where is Circle? Where is Circle? I had got short this on some, but I just stopped out. I stopped out at 656. I was in at 653. It was just like if you can see it or not. I had an alert set. My alert went off. I took the trade. I only had 25 shares, but I was like right below this base. If you want to break down, right? If this wanted to break down, right, for the rest of the fucking day, like there's just no buyers were here. Right? You just got just fucking brought up the first 5 minutes. I was thinking it could pull back a little bit more. It did not. And this candle right here stopped me out. All right. Define your risk. Define your risk. Aim small, miss small. That's what keeps me sane. What was I talking about? I was talking about Circle. Where is Circle? Where the fuck is Circle at? It should be under here. Yeah. I think it was the Circle one I was looking at. Why was I looking at this? This looks like shit. Yeah. My apologies. I don't know why I was even thinking about looking at that. Yeah, man. I mean, that's honestly all I got for you guys. Not much really that I'm watching. But I'm a day trader. Some people don't like day trading. Some people say, oh, that's not like the money's in swings or money's in options. I found what works for me. And just consistently kind of hitting those same setups over and over. And again, just what I try to tell myself is manage my risk, man. I've been doing a hell of a job at that. Like, man, I'll be down like $120. That shit's gone. 150. That shit's gone. Like no more, $500, $600, $700 losses for me. I just really been consistent on that for a while now. Just moving my equity curve. I think that's the biggest thing for me is just continuing to move my equity curve. But yeah, and again, just not a whole lot of great setups. It's not the hottest. It's not a lot of hot setups out there, and you like fuck. But the market's at all-time highs. Like what the fuck? It's a very, very awkward type of environment. Like I can't explain it. Like you just don't typically see shit like that. I don't know. It's just very, very awkward to see that. Like this right here was nasty to get here. This is a nasty way to get back to all-time highs, and this is going to be just as nasty. And I think we do get back at all-time highs. We're gonna be at all-time highs. You be looking like, well, where the fuck? With who? Oh, who the fuck is where the fuck is it? Where we're at? Because these shits ain't at all time highs. Right? We don't have Netflix at all time highs. We don't have Microsoft at all time highs. We don't have Nvidia at all time highs. We don't have Tesla at all time highs. We don't have AMD. Only thing is Apple at all time highs. Amazon at all time highs. So like, who the fuck is like? Where the fuck is this? I don't know. It's fucking weird. It's really weird. It's really 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 weird. To see that. So, yeah, that's how I go. Right. And I was going at this guy who was on Twitter talking about this one, or I'm sorry, Instagram. He was talking about shorting it, like going into like next week or something. I was like, man, not. I think he was like talking about like going into Monday, and I was like, man, I wouldn't short this. Down 3 days in a row, you done missed your opportunity. Now, it presents an opportunity, right? If this wants to reject here, right, below here, now you have an opportunity. You know, sometimes I used to be that guy say I want to see a red candle hold, but I just break the candle low. I don't give a fuck. Red candle, blue candle, turquoise candle, just break that candle low. Would it be better if it was a red candle? Absolutely. But I like it more if it even sells down. What's the range on this? $3 ATR? $100 stock? This thing, ATR on this has been some shit. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's about it. Looks like these some of these cloud infrastructures are kind of green out the market. I don't know if we got news or something. Okay, MRVL. Let me go check this MRVL. Was there a setup though, or is this just a gap up and earnings and like? There's no fucking setup here. There's nothing to see there. What is there to see? Like, where do you get along at? Oh shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta get back on these fucking weekly charts. But yeah, man, that's about it. All I got for you guys. I don't really have much else. Leave it like that. All right, peace. God bless.